Okay, welcome back. We're doing another video on this U9 comparing height distribution task. So far, we have gathered our data. We have organized our data by teacher name and by height. And now we're going to be looking at some of the measures of center and spread. So in your class, you would have covered things like mean, median, mode for you measure the center, as well as measures the spread such as IQR and range. So we're going to be going through those. So let's have a look where we're up to as far as our assignment. All right. So hopefully you're working through all these, including the blue questions. Okay. All right. So we'll be looking at question 3 now. So we want to find the mean, median, mode, range, IQR for the heights of your class, a different year 9 class, choosing the others, and all the data. I'm only going to pick one of these. I think I will pick my class. So I'm going to do A. All right, so you can, all it is you repeat for part B, pick a different class, and then for C, you do all the height data. Okay, so let's go back to Excel. All right, what I can do is I can go find mine. So let's go and find mine. All right, and I'm going to just highlight everything, all of mine, and I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to put it somewhere else. So maybe I'll just find myself a little bit of space, and okay, put those in there, and I might as well actually copy in the titles as well. All right, okay. So I've only got my ones here. Okay, teacher height. Now I'm actually going to move the height to the left because we're going to sort those and paste it over there. And I'm going to get rid of this one. So I want to sort these by, we're going to sort these by height in the same sort of way we did before. And the reason for that is just going to make some of the calculations a little bit easier. So let's go, okay, sort filter, sort from smallest to largest in terms of height. Okay, so there's my class. We've got people from 154 centimeters to 187. Okay, so in terms of this, so the things we want to work out from this data set, we want, okay, mean, median, actually, I'm going to keep that ball, median, mode, okay. All right, so those are the measures of center. We also want range. I'm going to do range, but I'm going to do it in two parts. So I'm going to do range here. Okay, you can do max and min. All right. And I also want to do interquartile range. So we've got bold IQR. If you remember your formula for IQR, you also need your Q3 and you need your Q1. Okay, so I've got a little table here, and I suppose we can even put a border around that. That's not entirely necessary. No, I'll leave it. Okay, now let's do some calculations. All right, so there's no mean. So whenever you do a operation, you must press the equal sign, and you can start typing in. So if we do mean, those aren't the ones we want to use. Okay, so we're actually going to use a different word called average. That means the same thing. So we go to average, start typing average, and then click on average. And then we're going to highlight everything in that group, and you should be able to press enter, and that should work. It'll close the bracket for you, and you've got your average. So there's our average. I might just reduce the number of decimal places there. That's increasing. All right, so let's round it off to about that. That's the average. Okay, in centimeters. Likewise, median. Again, start typing median. All right, click on the median. Highlight the data and press enter. So the median's actually here. It might be on that one. I'm not too sure. Let's have a count. So how many have? If I highlight up to there, that's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And if I go down there, that is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so I think actually that one's the median. So I'm going to highlight that and just make sure. I'm going to highlight that yellow. Okay, so I think I have an odd one. Let's just count them all together. I should have actually done this. In fact, I'm wondering if there's a command I can do. Can I actually do an N? Okay, uh, let's do N. N conversion true or false. Count. Counts the number of cells and range that contains numbers. Okay, yeah, we're just going to do a count, and this is just going to tell us how many numbers we have, which is useful. Okay, so it's 21. So that means, okay, if this is 10, and that's 10, then, okay, yeah, and actually, a little thing I just realized, see if when I highlight that, it actually counts it for me. I didn't have to do that. There's 10 there, and if I count that section, that is 10 as well. All right, so I'm going to color these a little bit different. So happens to be a odd data set. There's 21 values in total. Let's double check that. Yep, that's 21. We do that calculation. And I'm just going to color these a little bit different. You don't have to do this. I'm just doing it to highlight a point about finding some of the later values. So we're just going to color these differently. Okay, so if you have an odd number of data sets, you will have to break it into the lowest set and the highest set. If it's odd, you don't include the median in either. If it's even, the median will be the average of the two middle values, and then you would have the whole set would be either in the top or the bottom. All right, so if it was 20, then basically there would be no yellow. It would just be blue and green. All right, so I need that for later on, but we'll deal with that as it comes. So let's continue with these. Okay, mode. So click on the last one, mode, and then do all the height data. Okay. All right. The maximum, I mean, you can just read the maximum, but yes, there is a command for that as well. Okay, so type maximum, and you can highlight all the data, and you get your maximum. All right, you can just equal and do your minimum. Sorry, that's MON, minimum. Click on that one, and highlight all your data. Press enter. Okay, and then the range. There is no command for the range. That's why we worked out the maximum minus the minimum. So press equals. Click on what you calculate for the maximum, and then minus, and click on what you calculate for the minimum. Okay, you've just worked out the range. Now, I don't believe there's also a command for this quartile. I don't know how these work. So what I'm going to do instead is this is why I colored these blue and green. We're going to use the median. The quartiles are the medians of the upper and lower sets. So Q3 is the median of the lower set of numbers. So we're going to do median, do another median. But this time we're not going to highlight everything. We're just going to highlight the greens. See, we found the median of the bottom half. That is Q3. All right, likewise, we're going to do the median of the lower values. And there's that one. Not sure what those commands are doing. So it refers a range of values adjacent to it. Okay, so and then your IQR, we're going to subtract this, that, minus that. That's your Q3 minus Q1 is your IQR, and we have our interquartile range. So I think that's everything we needed from that question. Let's have a quick look here. I think we've done everything. All right, comparing height distribution. Where'd you go? Yeah. So we've done mean, median, mode, range, IQR. Yep. So we did that for Mr. Padman's class. You need to do that for another class and also for all the data entirely. All right. So have fun with that one. And after that, code this information in a table in your Excel sheet 2, survey data. All right. So yeah, write it all in a table. That's kind of what I did over here. Anyway, I might just go and put a border around this. All right, but I'll leave that for you to do. All right, that's the end of this video. See you next time.